Okay, so day 6. Well done for getting to day 6. For some of you, this is a huge achievement, and you've never been this far before. Now, at around day 6, we're coming to the first. We've coming to the end of the first week. You might be starting to feel a little bit of confidence. You might be starting to feel a little bit of confidence, especially if you've never been here before. So I welcome you to the day 6 club. And yeah, but let's get serious. Still, in the first week, you might feel a lot of urges. A lot of urges might come up, right? By the way, I'm over 500 days clean of the fapping habit. And yeah, since November 2020. So I have the authority to speak and give my opinion here. So follow this advice and you will succeed. So in the first week, you might get some urges coming up. This is natural, and the brain is just, it's being used to constant fapping for so long that it's just saying, hey, can we go again? Come on, when are we going to go again? Come on, let's give it to me again. Come on, give me the high again. And so you're going to feel this tension. This is what an urge is. It's just tension in the body and your mind saying, come on, let's do it, come on. And but this voice is not helping you anymore. It used to start, see, this is how it goes, okay? It used to be an experiment. When you were a young teen, probably, this is probably when you got into fapping, most of us, when you were young teens. It was just experiments. It was like, wow, there's this whole new domain of life. And I'm exploring here. But it goes from an experiment into a routine. Before you know it, you're addicted. Okay, so your routine might be every night to help you get to sleep. If you can't sleep, you'll fap. That could be a routine of yours. And this goes from an experiment into now this is my life, this is my lifestyle. So the entry into PMO addiction goes from experiment to lifestyle. Now, how do we exit PMO addiction? Well, we go from experiment to lifestyle. We experiment with Nofap, and then it becomes a lifestyle, okay? So that's how I want you to think about it. You entered through an experiment. You were experimenting. You were just a curious teen. And, but then it became a lifestyle, and it was an unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy. And now you've discovered that it's unhealthy and you want to get rid of this, you want to change your lifestyle. And so you're experimenting with Nofap, and I commend you for that. There are a lot of fools in the world who will say, Nofap is stupid. There's nothing wrong with fapping, it's not addictive. But for many people, it is a problem. And so well done to you for taking the steps to actually improve your life. And it's not only just the improvement of your life when you improve your life, it's the improvement of everyone else who ever interacts with you again. So my children might grow up in a world where you have improved your life. And that's the reality. So we should all be trying to become happier and healthier for the sake of each other's children. When you think of it like that, then you got some fire behind you, you got some purpose. So you're experimenting with Nofap, but on this course, on this series of videos, we're going to be talking about how to make this a lifestyle. We want to do a lifestyle change here. So we're coming to the first week here. We're at the end of the first week, and the first week is the hardest week. Because the brain is just saying, I want this now. I want it. Why have you stopped giving me this pleasure? You know, there's no harm here. It's just pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Why aren't I having this? But this is the lower brain, the lower part of the brain. And that's why it feels like there's a war in the mind. It's because there's two parts of the brain, the lower brain and the higher brain. The amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. Now, the prefrontal cortex, the higher brain, after a lifestyle of fapping, has decided, has seen, knows now, we have knowledge for over years that it's a bad lifestyle, that it's an unhealthy lifestyle. The prefrontal cortex knows this now, we're certain. But the lower brain has been conditioned to seek pleasure. I want pleasure. And it's the oldest part of the brain. It's the part which doesn't think about the future. But we're thinking about your future now, and you are thinking of your future. In 5 years, do you still want to be a fapper? Knowing what you know about the fapping lifestyle, and how it reduces your energy, it keeps you down, it gives you a black cloud over your head, it makes you unproductive, makes you socially anxious. No. So, let's go. So, this awareness of the lower brain and the higher brain and how they work together is very important. I'll be talking about it a lot. But yeah, day 6, if you have any urges, here's a list of things which can help you to practically get out of them. So, go for a walk. Okay, so let's say I've got an urge. Okay, right, I know if I carry on like this, carry on doing what I'm doing, it's a slippery slope, and I'm going to end up at day 0. I'm going to have to start these videos all over again. Oh, well, here's some things you can do to prevent that. So in the urge, okay, if I carry on, I'm going to fail. All right, what I should do, go for a walk. Okay, that's one thing I can do. Go for a cheeky walk, quick walk, okay, or a long walk. With music on, just go for a walk, just walk it out, walk it off. If you can find the energy and strength to do that, then that's really good to do, okay? But here's another thing. Tidy your house, or tidy your room. Do some tidying. Okay, really good thing to do. It sorts out the mind. It has this nice effect where it goes from chaos to order, and you feel in control again. Because what's happening is, in the mind when you're having an urge, is that the car is going, whoa, the car, we don't know where we're going, whoa, right? But, so we want to get the mind back in the driver's seat, knowing where we're going, and calm, you know? You could imagine, we could either go this way. All right, the battery came out or whatever, something happened to the battery, the video stopped. What I was going for was saying that we have a choice, either this road or that road, the road to failure or the road to success. When we've been fapping a lot, our mind is low, it's in the low stages. We're using the lower part of our brain. And we're easily enticed to be fearful. We're easily able to be at fearful, fight or flight mode. This is why people have social anxiety when they are fapping. Okay, if you're a fapper, then you'll probably have social anxiety because your mind is just used to being in the low amygdala. That's what they call it, the scientific name, the lower part of the brain. Okay, so but once we stop fapping, we get more access to the higher part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, which allows us to, first of all, see what routes we can take. What routes can I take? Instead of how we used to be, which is, I'll go down whichever road feels best. And usually, it's the road downwards. If we want to get Christian about it, we could say it's the road down to hell. It's the road that the devil coaxes us to. Come this way. I shall put a nice treat here before you at the end of the road. Go down there. I'll put a nice Cinnabon down there at the bottom of the road. It smells nice, doesn't it? No. So when we have our prefrontal cortex, we are able to think. We're able to think. We're able to see and survey the land. Where do I want to go? I will be over there in a while, it's going to take me a while to get over there. And it's also going to take a while for me to get over there. So I need to make a right decision, a good decision here. Because I'd rather not have to go over there and then find out I don't want to be over there and have to switch over there and figure out I don't want to be over there. Oh no, I actually want to be over here. No, I want to be, you want to know where you want to get to from where you are and go there. And this is what the prefrontal cortex allows us to do. Long-term decision planning. So, yeah, you'll see this. You'll see this. Every hour, every minute, every second you have away from this unhealthy habit is healing. The mind is healing. Every single second that ticks past. The mind is healing. And you do want your mind to heal. You want to live sober, healthy, addiction-free. Because what that really means, what do you think is going to happen if you didn't have addiction? What do you think? Hey, alcoholic, what do you think life will be like when you're sober? Because right now what happens, Mr. Alcoholic, is that when you go a week without drinking, or even a day, it feels painful. It feels agony. It's agony. What's the word? But it's agony. It sucks. And so what they believe is that that's how life will be when they are sober all the time. They're always going to feel that agony. This is false. That's the good news, but this is false. It's false. It's false. What actually happens is that you learn how to enjoy life, because no one wants to not enjoy life. So you're going to have to figure out how to enjoy life without that, without having to spend money for alcohol, having to spend time fapping. Okay, and what's going to happen is you're going to figure out how to learn how to be happy with no unconditionally, not needing anything to be happy. And what this means is you'll have free happiness. You won't have to do anything to be happy. You won't have to be accepted by the girl to be happy. You won't have to make that deal to be happy. You won't have to do this, blah, 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 to be happy. It doesn't mean that you don't challenge yourself and go for your goals and protect your family and blah, 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 blah. But you don't need these things to be happy. And so you feel free. So, I don't know about you, but the following is something that I agree with very strongly. That health and happiness should be the priority. Health and happiness, right? Health and happiness should be the priority for everyone. I mean, once we've got our survival goals sorted, fair enough. I can understand someone saying, "Hey, David, I don't have a house." But still, I know of people in history who have not had a house and yet have been extraordinarily happy. The yogis of the past in India. Now, Ramana Maharshi actually accrued a following. So fair enough, he had a house. But yeah, anyway. So the best benefit of Nofap is that you're going to get your happiness for free. You're going to be able to be happy all the time. That feeling of bliss that you get at the point of orgasm, that's going to be what your life is like, drawn out. So that 3 seconds of bliss, okay, that bliss point, just take that, stretch that out. It'll be sort of weaker in intensity, of course, but stretch that out over like a month. That bliss point where you're like, oh, here I go. Oh! That's how it is, right? Okay, but imagine that stretched out across a month, and it's a manageable intensity. That's what it's like. So come on, guys, follow this. This is the 6th day. 6th day, yeah, nothing to write home about, but it's still great. Let's go on to the 7th day. Let's go. Let's do it. Woo! Subscribe, like, comment any questions. I will do a video about your question. Let's go. Peace out, everybody.